Berry juice is an amazing thing to have on hand, especially if you have little ones. It's also a great way to use up berries that you might find on sale during their peak seasons. We like to drink this straight, mixed with mineral water and a little lime, and we also use the fruit to sweeten yogurt or oatmeal or a lot of other things. So this is a really great thing to have on hand. Let me show you how to make it. Hey friends, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Victoria. I'm the girl behind modernhomestead.com and all its social media accounts, and I focus on bringing traditional skills into a more modern life. That way anyone can enjoy them, whether you live in a high-rise apartment or 500 acres in East Texas. I want you to be able to enjoy such skills as canning, scratch cooking, gardening, knitting, and so much more. So if that sounds like your jam, please give me a follow below and check back often for new content. Today we are canning berry juice. Like I said, my son James is going to be helping me. He's really excited about it. But before we jump into that, I want to let you know a couple of things. This video is part of the Canuary YouTube effort, where every day for the month of January, somebody in our group posts a video on canning. And so this is to help you really get into the habit of canning and to show you that it is really easy to do, take away the fear, and to just make it simple for you to get started with. In the video description, you will find all the links for all the other YouTubers who are participating in Canuary. Please go ahead and go to their channels, check out their videos, give them a follow, and I hope that we inspire you to really start canning more frequently. It's a great skill to have no matter where you live. But not only are we bringing you this amazing content, there are also prizes. So every week for the month of January, there's gonna be a prize drawing for a gift certificate for ForJars, and they have canning products. And so be sure to enter into those drawings. You're gonna find that on the SuttonsDaze channel, and I'll have that linked below with a big prizes header there, so you can find that channel really easily. And they're also the channel who is doing the grand prize drawing, and that's going to be live on January 31st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you want to be sure to tune in live and check that out, and that's going to be on the same channel. And the prize is a 32-quart pesto pressure canner. So it's a great prize, a great thing to have in your canning library, in your resources. So be sure to check that out. All right, let's get to canning. So today, James and I are going to be canning berry juice. He's really excited to help me with this recipe. He is our juice drinking proficient, right?
Yeah.
Connoisseur of all juices.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so today we're going to be making berry juice. Now we're using cranberries, but you can use strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, dewberries, beauty berries, golden berries, whatever kind of berries you like. This juice is really, really simple, and instead of juicing it and then filling the jars, leaving you with the fruit pulp, this recipe actually cans it all in one step. So you have juice that you can use, but you also have that cooked, sweetened fruit that you can use on yogurt, oatmeal, whatever you like. It's really, really good, and we're gonna show you how to do it. Really simple. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First, we have to wash the fruit.
Right.
All right, I think these are probably ready to go to the sink,
Up.
where we'll find more, but
But yeah.
yeah, okay.
Most of them are out, I think.
Yes, but it's still firm, so that's okay. Sometimes they are wrinkled and firm. If they're wrinkled and squishy, you can get rid of them. Okay, so now we're gonna fill our jars.
Yep.
You ready? So we have 3 jars.
Oh.
I'm using wide mouth pints because I prefer wide mouth pints. And we're gonna put 1.5 cups of cranberries into each jar. So get a cup.
Yep.
Put a few more in there so it's a full cup. Okay? Hold your hand around it to make it, we could also use the funnel if you want. Great, now do a 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup. More than that. Okay? All right, good, now let's do the next one. So it's kind of tough to get an angle where you can get an adult and a child and show what's on the counter. So I'm gonna probably not be in this next part. But for this next part, we're gonna add our sweetener. And we're using 1/3 cup of organic cane sugar. You can use any type of sugar that you would like, as long as it's not a 0-calorie sugar. So you can use honey or you can use maple syrup, and you can sweeten it to taste. If you want less sugar, if you want more sugar, you totally can. That needs to be full.
I'm not that full.
It's not, it's all the way to the top. So for this, we're using 1/3 cup of cane sugar, like I said, and you're just gonna dump it right on top. And none of this is hot. The jars aren't hot. The cranberries aren't cooked. The water's not even gonna be hot. So this is a great activity for kids to help you with. And so that's why James is helping me today. All right, so now we're just gonna top it with fresh water. This is filtered. You can use tap water, but fluoride or chlorine or something like that is gonna change the taste probably. So we just use filtered water. You could use distilled. It's up to you. It's just room temperature water. It doesn't have to be hot. Okay?
So I'm gonna use that?
No, you can just pour it from here.
Okay. How much?
And you'll fill it to like about right there, like this line right here. Great, great. More, a little bit more. More. Great.
I don't want the serious
I know,
stuff to overflow.
I know. Yeah, that'll be good. Mm-hmm. Great, that's fine. I'll add a little bit more water after I remove the air bubbles.
Okay.
Great job, thank you for your help.
Welcome.
All right, so I have my pot on the stove heating up with just tap water in it, and we're gonna use that to water bath can these cranberry jars. So what I'm gonna do next is just go ahead and make sure that all of the air bubbles are removed. I have my canning knife, this is a plastic knife, and we're just gonna go in around the edge, kind of pressing in on the cranberries to just make sure that all the air bubbles are out. And this will likely cause your mixture to settle a little bit as those air bubbles in the middle are released. All right, so you may find that some of these jars are actually over full now that you've taken out all the air bubbles. So I'm actually gonna redistribute some of these cranberries over to this jar. And even if it looks like it's over full, but you can push down the cranberries and it doesn't cause you to be outside of that like 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch headspace range, that's fine. The cranberries coming up above is fine because they do float. So okay. Okay, and then we're just gonna top off as needed for extra water. Next, we'll clean the rims with a clean wet towel, and then we will add our clean lids and rings. If you've never canned before and you're wondering why this step is necessary, after all, the jar is clean, it's to make sure that there's no sugar or fat or anything like that on the rims that would prevent a good seal from happening. Okay, now we're ready for lids and rings. So now our water is almost boiling, and we're gonna go ahead and use our jar lifter to lower the jars into the almost boiling water. Okay, so I have my jars in the pot now, and no matter how many jars you're using, you wanna make sure that you have at least 2 inches of water above the jars. That's what's gonna make the pressure happen to really get these jars properly sealed into the right temperature. All right, so once this water comes to a boil, I'm gonna set a timer for 30 minutes, but only once it starts boiling, not from when you put them into the pot. Okay, so the timer just went off. I'm gonna turn the oven off, like the stovetop off. I'm gonna let it cool down for about 5 minutes before I actually remove them. I don't want it to cool down too much because I am gonna run another batch, and I don't wanna have to wait for forever for that water to reheat. Okay, I can't pick these up because they're really, really hot, but I just wanted to show you the bottom. See how there is sugar settled to the bottom and it's not a uniform color? That's totally normal, okay? That is why we need to let these rest for 2 weeks at least before consuming them. And I'll show you what they look like after 2 weeks. So here's what they look like after 2 weeks. This is the same exact process, and it all settles and it's a uniform color and there is no sugar on the bottom, and this is when it's ready to use, when you don't see that sugar on the bottom anymore. It may happen faster than 2 weeks, but I like to just say 2 weeks and we'll come back and enjoy them. So this is a jar of cranberry juice that we canned probably right before Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving. And so it's had time to rest. It no longer has sugar in the bottom of it, and we are gonna drink it over some lime mineral water and a little bit of ice. Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. Made a mess. All right, and now, wait, do you wanna try it straight?
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good. That is so good. That's so much better than store-bought. All right, let's try with a little lime.
With a little lime.
Little lime's mineral water. Fuzzy, oh, get it. Oh, that's really good. That is super refreshing and easy. So any kind of berries, cranberries, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, dewberries, beauty berries, golden berries, you name it. You can make juice really easily, and it's super safe and easy for kids to help you with. Enjoy.